Happy summer, everybody. That is not picking up on here. I'm just laying in bed. It's July. This is Tommy Girl Vibrant Summer. This is the summer of 2024. Gosh, can y'all see that? It's a cute bottle. It's got that red, like the watermelon color or whatever. Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, I got it at Burlington for $22. I'm sure y'all have seen it. I've been curious about it forever. There are a lot of reviews for the guy one. And I have to give a shout out to the fragrance reviewer, Sophisticated Grizzly, because he actually did a review on this one, the Tommy Girl Vibrant Summer. And I think he's a Maryland guy too. I'm in South Carolina, but I grew up in Maryland. Shout out to Maryland and South Carolina, of course. So I did a short on this just now, but while I'm laying in bed, I've got like a million other things to review also. But I wanted to do just a slightly longer version of this because I just don't feel like it's getting enough attention, like review-wise. There's a little bit of review on Fragrantica. That really is not picking up, and I'm not trying to show myself right now either. I've been working in the yard all day. That is why my fingernail polish is coming off and it's all dirty. My nails are all dirty. But I like this fragrance. Okay, so now you would think, or one might think, that this would be totally just youthful. But I think that this is pretty versatile with age groups. Certainly a youthful person can wear it. But I'm 47 and I find this really nice to wear myself. Also, you would think maybe this is just daytime, and I feel like people like on Fragrantica just like automatically voted it for daytime. However, in the summer heat, I feel like this holds its own in the summer heat, especially with the gardenia note that's in it. The gardenia and the summer night air. I feel like that comes out, it's gardenia to me can be just very sexy. It's a beautiful note, in my opinion. If you don't like white floral, you may not like this. If you just absolutely don't like white floral, because to me, I love gardenia, and I definitely smell this. White florals are summery and beachy to me too. Like a lot of people who like beachy fragrances, but they don't like coconut. They will wear what they consider to be a beachy fragrance, but it smells more tropical and like a creamy white floral sort of. So I actually feel like, even in the packaging, that looks very daytime with the volleyball and all, but almost with the reds, it's also like sunset as well. That's just my interpretation, of course. It's the way I see it, especially knowing how it smells. Now, when I first sprayed this on me, I was just like, oh yeah, that's gorgeous. So, let me look at the notes though real quick. I just scribbled them down. So y'all, the accords are white floral, ozonic, aquatic, citrus, lactonic, and sand. Sand being like a mineral type of smell. Notes, gardenia, watermelon. I love gardenia and watermelon. Neroli, bergamot, sand, musk, vetiver. And there's where I wrote Sophisticated Grizzly. So check out his review as well. So I get these notes. Now, I love the note of watermelon, and I smell that initially. That really just is not showing up the way I'm holding the camera, but I'm sure y'all get the idea, though. Yeah, but you definitely smell the gardenia and watermelon and just the fruitiness with the gardenia when it opens. But much like if you watch the reviews for the guys, they say that there's even though coconut is not listed, they say that they swear they can smell coconut. Well, I had bought this for my dad. The last thing before this that I got for my dad was Sauvage. And I don't care what anyone says. Sauvage is like the bomb. But they were going on our annual family reunion. My mom is not real crazy about fragrances in general for the most part. She likes, natural essential oils and that sort of thing. So I don't think he really sprayed it too much around her, but and I didn't get to spray it, smell it much on him, but from what I did smell, it was really nice. And it smelled a lot more masculine than I expected it to. I mean, certainly it smelled like a vacation type, beachy vacation smell, but it was quite masculine. It was a nice fragrance, or is rather. I shouldn't talk past tense. It's present tense, of course. There you go, Tommy girl. I like their bottles. So the guy one is just like this, but it's blue instead of red. And yeah, $22. Yeah, this is a great pickup to me for summertime for $22. And let me say this too. I did not expect this to last, because if you look at Fragrantica, a lot of the votes are that this doesn't have throw and it doesn't last very long. Well, when I sprayed it, I happened to be around my family, my mother. My mother was like, that is strong. Of course, I've sprayed a lot on myself, but when I walked out of the store, I sprayed it on myself in the car, and I was really enjoying it straight off the bat. It's very summery. But the next day, it was definitely in my vehicle from spraying it the previous day. So anyone who says it just absolutely doesn't last, that's just simply not true on this one. Not true for this one. So back to the way it smells. This seems to, even though coconut is not listed in this doesn't directly have a coconut smell, but it has that beachy smell, and it does say in the main accords, like tonic. Maybe that's what's giving it a hint of coconut vibe, but I really think that must be the combination of the, maybe the creaminess of the white floral. I mean, gardenia is seductive to me, and it's also just sexy and summery and just beautiful. But it could be creamy, but it could also be green. It could be, so maybe that mixed with the minerals, the musk, the vetiver, somehow, some way, it's got the neroli. I don't know. Let me say too, my mother had said, she said, that reminds me of a throwback type fragrance, like an old school fragrance. I don't know where she's getting that from. Maybe just with the white floral. I like all the notes in this. If you've watched my other videos, I'm really picky about musk. This is not heavy on the musk. I'm not a fan of musk in general. Musk has got to be done right, or else my skin just picks it up too much. So no problem with the musk in this one. I happen to love vetiver. The vetiver is not overly strong in this. That's done very nicely. So if you're not super big on vetiver, don't worry about that. The sand, I do get probably like that mineral type note, just subtly done. I feel like this is well blended, but this certainly is white floral, as if you look at the main accords as the first listed, and it does have some airiness to it, probably with the mineral notes. The aquatic definitely comes from the watermelon that's in it, of course. I read an article on the perfumer who designed, if you're familiar with New West from the 90s by Aramis, that was like the first marine note. A lot of people think like CK1 or whatever, but really it was New West. And he said that he does the cologne, which is the watermelon ketone, with the oak moss ketone to create the marine accord. So definitely aquatic from the watermelon. There, of course, neroli is sexy too, I think. Of course, bergamot. When she said maybe to her it was sharp, maybe she was getting perhaps the greenness. Now, she loves vetiver, but this isn't heavy on vetiver, mixed with bergamot, because bergamot can be a bit sharp. So this is a fruity floral. As much as I love watermelon, you smell the watermelon in gardenia initially. However, this does not maintain itself as a strong, specifically watermelon fragrance. I think that you smell that in the initial blast, but probably the way that the watermelon stays present is in the sense that it has a hint of aquaticness to this fragrance. But like I said, I feel like this can carry on into night, because the dry down, that's where I feel like there's some kind of creaminess and mineral and musk that lingers with the dry down. Not a heavy musk, as I said. but it seems like almost there's some kind of coconut lingering to it, or at least creamy white floral. I definitely think this is beachy, and I personally think on a summer night, you could wear this during the day, but I feel like this can carry over into a summer evening. This is, I feel like this is very attractive. It's not like super complex, niche, banging, you know, whatever you might be thinking of, Parfums de Marly or Initio or Tiziana Terenzi or whatever it is you might be thinking of in that regard. But, $22, Tommy Girl, Vibrant Summer. This is attractive. Not everything has to be exotic and stay on your clothing for 2 weeks for it to be appealing to yourself and to people around you. And if you're anything like me, you care about what, well, if you're heterosexual, you care about what the opposite sex thinks, or any way you put it. The gender or genders that you're trying to attract, you care about what they think. I feel like this would be attractive in that way, also. So I'm trying to be all inclusive. So whoever it is that you're like wanting to attract in a romantic way. I feel like this can have that effect, along with just being a nice smell. Now, if you do not like gardenia, or specifically do not like white floral, then you would be in the group of people who doesn't appreciate this, just because clearly it does have that white floral. So yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I just did a quick short, and I just wanted to say that I think the Tommy, the Guy one, Vibrant Summer, is good. From the bit that I got to smell, I thought it smelled really nice and masculine, beachy, summery vacation scent. And I think this is quite feminine. I think any age, and day into night, actually. I think this is definitely much like the reviewers say for the Guy version. If you're going on vacation, pick this up, take it with you. It's great for that. I personally think this lasts much longer and has a bigger throw than what's being reported on Fragrantica. I myself have not seen anybody else review this besides Sophisticated Grizzly here on YouTube. So, I hope you find this helpful. If you do, please like and subscribe. Please watch his video as well. And let me know if you have this. Let me know what you think.